value is more than just a great price. That's why this segment is brought to you by Pick n Pay.
Pick n Pay Knysna Marathon and Half Marathon are two must-do events when you come down to the Oyster Festival. But for the people who are not so fit like myself, there's also the 5K fun run, which I'm going to take part in right now. Let's go.
With over 200 oysters shucked, dressed and swallowed during the festival, many participants chose to tackle the route with a pleasant stroll rather than a competitive trot.
Baie geluk julle, julle die 5 kilometer klaar gemaak. Hoe het dit gegaan?
Eintlik baie goed, 'n bietjie beter as die rit hierna. Ons het al ure gevat om van voor Knysna af tot die gery te kry.
A bit hard for a 72 years old one with arthritis and diabetes, but otherwise I'm happy I did it.
Het was baie lekker, ja. Dus ja, het was lekker.
En sal julle weer deelneem volgende jaar?
Ja, ek dink so. Ja, as ons ouers weer dit doen, sal ons seker weer kom.
Any words of advice for any 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds that want to come and take part in a 5K run?
Don't sit in a chair and wait until you die. Do something. And it will help. You will feel different, you feel good, you feel healthier.
Nee, ben hulle moet sommer kom net inskryf en kom.
Forgot to pack your running shoes? There's a lot more to the best 10 days of winter. Liesel explored.
With over 100 events taking place here over 10 days at the Pay Knysna Oyster Festival, there's something for everyone. For the youngsters, there's kids craft and kids cooking. There's also touch rugby, and for those adrenaline junkies, there's the waterfront rush. It looks absolutely crazy. I'm not brave enough to do it, so we're just going to check it out.
This is a race against the clock over an obstacle course set up on or above water. It takes the average participant 5 to 12 heart-stopping minutes to complete.
This is the Pick n Pay Knysna Oyster Festival. One of the main events here at the Oyster Festival is the Hansa Waterfront Rush. What's basically going on is that athletes, friends, families challenge each other and they take on this madness of 5 minutes. They start with a drop-in onto the water in their kayaks. They then get into the Hydro Bronco, which is a water-based zorb ball which takes them around the buoys. And then, of course, they go through onto the cargo net, onto the kayaks, and then up the cargo net, and then once they get up the cargo net they get onto the climbing wall, and then they get their special dibber system, which is a special timing system which they have to clip in, and then the fastest time then gets recorded. The athletes get 2 days to take part in the event, to record the fastest time, and then what happens is the top 8 athletes all go through into the quarterfinals. So there's some great prizes up for grabs, and then Sunday is the big day. It's the final day of the Pick n Pay Knysna Oyster Festival. There's lots going on. There's going to be a great vibe going on here at the Knysna waterfront, and there 10,000 Rand up for grabs for the athlete that gets this thing done the fastest.
A high-stakes face-off indeed. This is one of the most popular adrenaline-fueled spectator events at the Pick n Pay Knysna Oyster Festival. Let's hear it from some of the other contestants.
It was great fun. I mean, I just didn't want to go under with the boat, and obviously first thing happened, I went under the water and my boat tipped, but it was pretty good fun. That ball thing that you run on is just, I mean, I was just going in circles for a few times. And then the hardest part was the end, which was the rock climbing wall.
I went pretty well apart from in the ball. My helmet was tipped over my eyes, so I couldn't see where I was going. But other than that, went pretty well till I got to the wall, and I have to say I hate gravity.
For the 4th consecutive year, the event was dominated by extreme kayaker Frenchman Oliver Feulat. It has never been won by a Southern Cape local, but never say never.
The weather's been absolutely magical here in Knysna, and it's a perfect place to spend your July holidays. Loads of fun for everyone. And for all those adrenaline junkies out there, diarise the waterfront rush for next year's Pick n Pay Knysna Oyster Festival.